what you're seeing as attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel, and welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast number 201. This is the one about getting the Jeet Kune science wrong. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support the program, please visit jkdrebel.com, click on the Rebel Gear link, and this is where you'll find stuff like this. The Keep Calm and Learn to Fight Ferociously Jeet Kune t-shirt, also available as long sleeve, short sleeve hoodie, and coffee mug. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcasts. Okay, so many people, when they talk about Jeet Kune, they appear to like to throw the word science around because it makes it all sound more scientific. They like to talk about Jeet Kune as a scientific approach to martial arts. So upon closer examination, we have to ensure that they're using the word correctly. So the dictionary gives us two definitions of science. And the first one says the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. And the second definition, much shorter definition, is a systematically organized body of knowledge on a particular subject. Now, if we go to the first definition, the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. So if we're talking about observation and experimentation, if we're talking about that in regards to Jeet Kune, then obviously we're dealing with that first definition. So we know that Bruce Lee observed, for example, boxing in his own way. He watched film, he read books, then he went out and he physically trained it, hitting the bag, hitting the focus mitts, hitting people. He did the same thing with kicking methods, since there are, after all, in the Tao of Jeet Kune, there are 12 pages under the heading of kicking, right? Pages 76 to 88. And then in Jeet Kune commentaries on the martial way, there are 25 pages under the heading of the tools of combat, lower limbs, right? Pages 267 to 292. So we know definitely about the boxing thing. We might not know as well the specific methods of kicking that Bruce Lee researched, since that's not like listed anywhere, even though there are a couple of specific mentions of Muay Thai and Boxe Française Savate. So the thing about science, right? It's like when people start talking about the science of the human body and expression martial arts and what have you, right? So think about this, right? You remember when Pluto was a planet, right? Pluto was a planet. It even had its own place in lyrics of a song. And then 16 years ago, the International Astronomical Union demoted Pluto to the status of dwarf planet. So in other words, not a real planet. So that's an example of how the science changes as time goes by. Some in Jeet Kune, however, like to talk about the art as if the science is established, completely disregarding the fact that no real scientist, no scientist worth his university degrees would ever tell you that there are no more questions to be asked. Nobel laureate Richard Feynman once said, "Science is the belief in the ignorance of experts." Because otherwise, this is not his quote, this is my quote now, right? Otherwise, we never have the motivation to modify, to improve, or to refine everything that came before us. So that big misconception that science is settled, I mean, it's obvious, right? Because didn't, I think I have this right, Galileo expanded on what Aristotle had declared, and Einstein expanded on what Newton had declared. Okay? So that's first definition science. Second definition science, a systematically organized body of knowledge on a particular subject. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's wonderful that we have so much organized knowledge when it comes to Jeet Kune. We got the curricula of Seattle, Oakland, and Los Angeles all presented for us. In addition, we have the innovations developed by top JKD instructors of the different generations, right? And this is stuff that they have passed on, and this is stuff that continues to be passed on. I think what we need is somewhat of a blending of the two definitions, since the questioning of established facts, that's said to be actually at the heart of a true scientific method, the questioning of the established facts. Keep this in mind. The word science, if you look at its Latin roots, the word science means knowledge. It does not mean wisdom, which is why I heard a guy say this recently. He goes, that's why there's a lot of knowledge in Wikipedia, but there's not necessarily a whole lot of wisdom in Wikipedia. And if you doubt me, go read the entry, the Wikipedia entry on Jeet Kune, and you'll see for yourself. So never automatically expect wisdom from people just because they have a knowledge on any topic, including Jeet Kune. To keep the real science of Jeet Kune going, passion is necessary, obviously, but passion is not sufficient. Curiosity, however, and this is another, I'm borrowing this from another scientist that I listened to the other day. He said, curiosity is the fuel that will keep you going on the sustained journey. So I say on the sustained journey that is Jeet Kune. So that quote with which I opened the broadcast from the indefatigable Dr. Anthony Fauci, right? Where he says, wait, I lost it here. He says, the attacks, I can't do a Fauci voice impersonation, right? He says, a lot of what you're seeing as attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science, right? So Fauci had the guts to equate himself with science, right? Kind of bold, isn't it? So just keep this in mind. Freedom of inquiry and civil discourse. That's where it's at, people. Okay? So be careful the whole thing about attacks on you as attacks on the science. And keep in mind, freedom of inquiry, right? Got to be able to have people ask questions about your stuff. And civil discourse. That's where it's at. All right, so what say you? What do you think? You think Jeet Kune is a thing, is a fixed science, or is Jeet Kune that second definition? No, the first definition, second definition, or first definition, or a blend of the three. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below, and that's all I got to say about this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods. I hope I have not messed this up. Coming up on Friday, November 12th, Jeet Kune Dialogues episode with Sifu Daniel Lonero of XTMA Academy. Should be Friday at 6 p.m. If I messed it up, then I'll announce the new date. Today, obviously, is a beige, brown, and pink. You might not be able to tell, but this is all in brown. You can tell from the color of the tan, right? So hopefully everything works out on Friday, and I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you back here next Wednesday for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast. Until then, this is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Do Rebel, signing off. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. It's dark as heck outside already. All right. Stay safe. Take care. Talk soon.